coming up on Two Ginger Gems this week?
Come on, England.
James meets Queen Anne.
And the Queen of Pop conquers England again.
From beautiful Hollywood, California, and Derby, England, please welcome Two Ginger Gems with Kate and James. Hey, guys.
Hello, darling.
And we're and again, babe, intercontinental.
Wonderful. You're back in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Sunny Hollywood, still in Derbyshire, England. And I'll tell you that we're having another heat wave. And not yesterday, but the day before, Derbyshire was the hottest place in England.
That's because you're there, babe.
I've got to say, I don't think anybody's ever said that before, but it was literally the hottest place in England. And we're just coming out of the heat wave again. Another one.
Crazy, babe.
I think we're getting a heat wave too.
We are?
Yeah, but you have air conditioning.
We do, luckily. Don't think I could survive
we
without
don't
it.
do aircon over here. So the country couldn't handle if everybody started putting aircon in the houses. The grid just couldn't handle it because
country would collapse.
Have it. So it's like nice to get in your car. So
drive around with your head out the window.
Exactly. No.
Put your window up, babe.
No, I'm just playing. So, what's been going on this week?
Well, I guess you're back from Palm Springs.
Yeah, we're back from Palm Springs. We got back, as we said last week, for the England-Mexico match. Now,
when we talked about that last, of the three of us on this conversation, two of us were rooting for England and one of us was rooting for Mexico. Now, just refresh my memory. How did that go?
That was very stressful. I was very, very disappointed with the way they played. They showed a lot of heart, but poor tacticians. I blame the coach, but it is what it is. And now it's let's go England. Let's go three Lions.
Pointing fingers there. Always got a point finger.
That's what fingers
not
are
that you
for.
made a bad choice, Mikki.
They're for pointing.
For those who don't know, England-Mexico played last Sunday night. Went to bed.
Brilliant game.
It was delayed but for an hour because of the weather. I got up, I set my alarm, I got up at 2 a.m. and I sat and watched it, and I was texting with Kate, with my friends Lisa and Adele in England, my friend Gary in Australia, and we were all watching it. And it was the most stressful 90 plus minutes. Yeah. And it was just such a good game. And you just didn't know all the way through it. You didn't know until the final whistle who was going to win, because it was just up and down and up and down. There was so many kind of questionable calls about penalties and fouls and VAR. It was just a real roller coaster. It was probably the best game of the World Cup that I've seen this year, because it was just so exciting. And thankfully, England were victorious at the end of it. So
Mexico's their strategy, was really pathetic at the end of the game. They probably average in height 6 inches shorter than England. Yet for the last 35 minutes, all they did was cross. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. They didn't stand a chance.
It seemed England had a lot against them, though, didn't it? Because historically there was the stadium. Mexico never lose it. I think they've lost twice there in 50 years or something. Yeah. It was England went down to 10 men at one point. Also, there was the altitude that they were saying England weren't used to the altitude and Mexico were. And there was the historical thing, the whole Maradona hand of God debacle from 50 years ago. That took place in the same stadium. So there was whole kind of history around it. They felt like everything was against them. And I thought that was going to be a really, really tough game for England. And it was, but like I was saying, came through it.
I have to say, I think that is the best I've ever seen England play.
Yeah.
Because they matched them, and it wasn't the way England play. They had to match how Mexico would play. I mean, they shot in there, straight away, kicking at the goals, striking. And England had to match it, and they did. And I was so impressed with England. I was like, oh my God. Literally, I said, if they can win this match, they can win the whole thing. Because if Mexico has taught them one thing, they've taught them how to play soccer against teams who play like that. And a lot of the teams are playing like that right now.
Right.
Maybe they haven't got all the way through now. It's more because obviously now we've also had the game that we had. We record on Sunday. Yesterday we had England
and
Norway. And of course, Norway play a lot more like England do. So it was a lot of passing. It wasn't so, aggressive. Well, aggressive. It wasn't so, just try and get something in the goal and then just defend for the last 15 minutes or something. But so I was like, I really hope that England would go, okay, let's take what we did at Mexico and bring it into this game. I kept saying, didn't I? I was like shouting my tits off, but I was saying, they're not. This is the World Cup. Run for the fucking ball. There was a man in front of them, and they didn't even tackle them. They just stood there like that in front of them. Run at them, run at them. That's how you do it. And this is the World Cup. You could be out, and you're not fucking running. Run. Right, that's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah, they match the
So
energy of the
annoyed.
team they're playing, which is
Yeah, you
not
can't do
great.
that. That's not how you win. It's not how you're going to win. Not against Spain,
Again,
France, and all of them. Whoever gets
going into last night's thing, and I got reprimanded the other day because I keep calling it soccer apparently on here, and I need to call it football. So Lisa, who I went to London with the other day, she told me off for saying soccer. She mentioned that you called it soccer, but then that I didn't. But then apparently later on I did as well. So
I just did again. Sorry, Lisa.
I know. That's what made me think.
I'm American. It's okay for me to call it soccer.
You can call it soccer because we expect you to get it wrong. Then so then last night England Norway should have been an easier game. Wasn't. We got through it. We won. But it was even then right till the last minute. You thought, well, just don't know where this is going to go. But thankfully we're through. And then because Argentina beat Switzerland, we're now playing Argentina on Wednesday.
Yes.
And that was the semi-final. So we are at the semi-final. There's 4 teams left, and it's 2 more games and we win it. But we
very exciting.
Well or not, it remains to be seen.
I do have a good feeling, I have to say.
It's amusing how much we all think we have this power to control it by saying something or wearing something or thinking something or watching it live. So we'll see.
You know what? Yesterday, babe, we watched it up at Russell's. It's a friend of ours. I forgot my crystals. And my crystals have been under my telly the whole time. So they stayed under the telly. And to be honest, when I think about it, we did leave the football on because obviously Goldie was here. I said, if it's not going well at half time, I'm going to go home and get them. And I honestly was. But then I've remembered that my ring that I was wearing had a crystal in it. So I stuck that under the telly, babe. So,
perfect.
So wherever I go, whatever we do, the crystals or the ring or something's got to be there.
We put this win down to Jude Bellingham, but it was your
crystal
ring.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, babe. It was. Thank you. I don't know what we're doing on Wednesday for the Argentina match, but I have to be wearing the ring, and I'm going to make sure I leave the telly on in the house with my crystals underneath, so I'm covering all bases.
Have you heard? This is moving away from. This is just while I'm in England and I'm learning these things. Have you heard of the Bayeux Tapestry?
Yes.
So those who don't know what the Bayeux Tapestry, look it up, Bayeux, was a tapestry made at the end of the Battle of Hastings in 1066.
1066.
Kate loves the
Battle of Hastings. 70-meter long tapestry that was made then. It's nearly 1,000 years old. And this tapestry has lived in France for 900 years. And the other day, it's on loan to the British Museum. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't. But I think I'm going to guess what you're going to say. Go on.
No. It's all good. But they've moved it to. They brought it over in like this truck, and it was like a proper, I don't know, climate control truck. But they brought it to display it at the British Museum. It's going to be here for a year or something like that. It's the first time that this tapestry, this 1,000-year-old tapestry, has been in England in 900 years. And it's like you think of like America's just had its 250th. And we've got some old rag that's nearly 4 times as old as that. Just got shipped over, and they wrote Merci beaucoup across the white cliffs of Dover as a thank you to France for loaning us this thing. The Bayeux Tapestry, a 900-year-old tapestry that was basically telling the story of the Battle of Hastings and King Harold and the arrow in the eye and all that kind of shit. Yeah, and that's so it's in England. It's going to be on display. Tickets are all sold out. But it for the first time on British soil in like 900 years.
Amazing. Why did the French take it in the beginning?
I don't really understand how it got over there. I don't know if maybe it was made over there. Maybe it was made over. No, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know how they got it, but back in the days when people pillaged things, I imagine it ended up over there. And it's been in this place on display forever, but the place is being remodeled. So while it's being remodeled, we're borrowing it. And there's a lot of people who didn't want it moved.
It's largely thought that it was sent to France in the 11th century by Bishop Odo of Bayeux, William the Conqueror's brother.
Oh, Bayeux Tapestry. That's
good old Odo.
Yeah.
Weird.
There you go.
Pretty weird.
All right. That's what's happening in England.
Moving on.
Well, you know what? The other thing we did, babe, which was amazing this week, we went to the Hollywood Bowl, and we saw there was 3 nights it's on for, and it's Wes Anderson, basically the music of Wes Anderson's movies. Do you know we saw there as well,
Right.
babe? Bumped
Who?
into Joe and Matilda.
All right.
We was walking in and someone goes like, I heard Kate like that. I turned around, it's bloody Joe. Joe and Matilda.
Joe and
So that was nice.
Matilda used to be executives on Dance with the Stars in the early years, and
Yeah,
it got both off producing many TV shows. But
yeah.
we always see someone we know at the bowl, don't we?
I
So who
know,
knows
isn't
where
it?
they'll be?
Yeah.
Well, I
It's
thought Kate was
great.
going to mention Rupert Friend, who we also sat near.
Oh, we sat next to Rupert Friend, babe. Do you
Who
remember Rupert
he?
Friend, the actor?
No.
Oh yeah, if you saw his face, you would know him, babe. But yeah, but it's funny because I've met him a couple of times before anyway. So Bill Murray was the host of it. Wes
Okay.
Anderson was there. Jason Schwartzman was there. Who, if people like Wes Anderson films, they're going to know Jason Schwartzman. What was he in Babe Rushmore? Was he the lead in Rushmore?
Yeah. I mean, he's been
Uh,
in a bunch of his films, but Rushmore
yeah, I
was
think
yeah.
that was his first one, wasn't it? And he
Yeah.
really spoke about that, which was amazing. And yeah, but the best thing for me was they had in the film Royal Tenenbaums, they have a scene with Margot and Gwyneth Paltrow's character and one of the brothers, and they play These Days, which was originally written by Jackson Browne, although Nico sings it from the Velvet Underground. They had Jackson Browne come and sing it, babe. And honestly, I fucking cried. I fucking cried. It was so beautiful. And he wrote the song, babe, when he was 16. And this song is basically about somebody looking back over their life and saying what they've left in their life and where they are now. But he was 16 when he wrote this song. It's like mind blowing. So he came on, he sang 2 songs. He'd sang that one. And Wes went off. He introduced him and then he went off. But we could see him, couldn't we, babe? Because
Yeah, he
where
kind
we
of
were,
just sat off in the wing, like
sat in the
cross-legged,
wings.
watching.
Yeah, he sat on the floor cross-legged and he was just watching him. It was just so beautiful. And it's just him and his guitar, and he just played the first song. What was the first song? I can't remember what it was. But the second song was These Days. And then
You know, I can't remember, but he did say he had never sang it publicly before.
he'd never sang it
Oh,
publicly
really?
before this song, yeah. But it was another one from one of the movies. I have to remember what it was, babe. And anyway, so then he hit the first chords of like These Days, everybody went mad, didn't they,
Yeah.
babe?
Oh, yeah, it was
Oh,
great.
it was just so beautiful, and I just cried. It's just the most beautiful song, and the fact that he was singing it, and he wrote. I know I've said this 20 times already, but he wrote it when he was 16. It's unbelievable. It's like mind blowing.
And I do love his version, but I am partial to Glenn Campbell's version of it.
Yeah, I have to say
Glenn
to
Campbell
Glenn
did.
Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got such a beautiful version of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, if you put the 2 side by side from the original, but that on the night at the Hollywood Bowl, he
Yeah,
didn't
he sang
play
it
it
more
like
like
his
Glenn Campbell
original.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
did
was
sing it more
arranged more like Glenn Campbell's version,
Yeah,
yeah.
which was beautiful. So it was the perfect evening, babe. It was absolutely the perfect evening. It was funny. It was like a bunch of them had got together and said, we're going to do the music of Wes Anderson. We're not sure how we're going to do it. So we'll just do it in it's like gone to see someone who'd done it in a barn. So it wasn't really put together properly.
Yeah, it
And
was
there
actually kind of a mess.
Yes, it was an absolute mess, really. But it
Yeah.
was just so much fun. I'm sure it will be better. It was better yesterday, and then tonight is Sunday. That is the last night of it, so it'll be probably perfect by today. But then I'm glad that we saw the messiness of it because it
Right,
was
Yeah,
like
right.
they
they
had
didn't
no
know what they
idea
were
what they were
doing,
doing.
babe.
Jason
And I think there
Schwartzman
was
came
all
on stage to do this introduction, and there were like 200, crew behind him moving things around, and he got lost in all of it. I mean, it was a ridiculous sight, but it was funny.
and you know what, working in TV and everything, babe. Me and Mickey looked at each other and we went, "Why didn't he just go? Why didn't he,
Go to the other end of the
just go
stage.
to the other end of the stage where nobody was moving. He was in the middle of like they were moving in front and round him. That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful. So hope people went and
Excellent.
saw that because it was really good.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some TV.
Well, before just real quick before you
Oh, you
go,
got something, yeah.
because I went to see a play this week, which is very, very unlike me. But I went down to London with Lisa, and this was very exciting for me because talked about Widows before, my
Yeah,
TV show Widows from the 80s that I loved, English crime series. The lead woman in it, Dolly Rawlings, we've mentioned her before, played by Anne Mitchell. I have wanted to meet Anne Mitchell since 1983 when this thing first aired when I was 12. and I have wanted to meet Anne Mitchell ever since. She and I are friends on Facebook. We kind of chatted a bit back and forth. She was in a play in London, and it finished actually last night, but it was the last week 9 of 9, and I thought this is my chance. So I contacted her and told her I was coming, and I went down with, like I said, my friend Lisa. We drove down to London for the matinee performance, thinking matinee Wednesday, nobody there, packed. We go in. It was a play called Care, which was like a real hard play to kind of watch because it was about a care home, and it was about old people and neglect and stuff. And it was kind of a hard play to watch, but she was in it, fantastic. She wasn't the lead, but she was fantastic. And I got to meet her afterwards, and she's 87, she's still acting, she's a proper true actress. That's acting is her blood, that's all she wants to do. And she was just an absolute sweetheart. And I got to meet her, I got my photograph taken with her, and we chatted about Dancing with the Stars, we chatted about different things, we chatted about the fact that I didn't get nominated for an Emmy this week, which is not. I told her that my dog was named after her character in Widows, and it was just adorable, and I was so excited, and it was just the perfect meeting that I've wanted to meet Anne Mitchell, Dolly Rawlings for 40 years, and I finally did on Wednesday, and I'm so pleased that I did. It was like just an absolute wonderful experience. And you know how much I love Dolly Rawlings.
You love her, and I tell you what, we're going to link the picture. We'll link the picture so
Link
everyone
the
can see
picture.
it.
She's
I'll
such
link
a
the
sweetheart.
picture.
She's such a sweetheart. I was so pleased. She was such a doll. And Dolly. And yeah, so that was I'm like so full of like admiration for that woman. I just think she's just an incredible actress. And that was my highlight of my week without question. Other than this, obviously.
I love it. And you just mentioned there, babe, the nominations. Now we had a little bit of a what would we call it? A faux pas? No, not faux pas.
Faux pas.
Anyway, I'll just
kerfuffle. A kerfuffle.
No, it was a glitch. It was a chat GPT glitch, wasn't it?
It was.
You can't trust AI.
Because do you know, I'm gonna hold my hand up to this. Do you know what happened? Right. So the Emmys were announced, and I went, oh, I'll see the list, and I put in for Dancing with the Stars, and it said that you had got nominated. And so I was like, oh my fucking God. So I'm texting you, oh my God, babe, you got nominated. Oh my God. Like, and of course,
I didn't.
Wrong.
Well, we will give huge kudos to the show, because the show was nominated for best variety competition reality show, and it's the first time in 10 years, which is down to Conrad Green. I mean, the show did well for years. It was doing really well. It got nominated a lot, and then it kind of, these big reality shows like Idol and Dancing, they just stopped getting nominated. They didn't have as many of those, and so Conrad's brought the show back. It's done really well. Last year was the best season in years. It was the 20th anniversary, and if any year should have been nominated, it was this one, and it got nominated. So kudos to the show. And there was other nominations for technical direction, which is all the cameramen and yourself. Although you're not listed on it, it's your world, it's your people, and I saw a couple of people online thanking you. So you got your name
as well. They should. She deserves
as well. They should. As well. They should. You pull that thing together. Why your name isn't on that list, I do not know.
Yeah, it's absurd.
I do know because it's because of your actual title, but you should be included in that nomination. So kudos to that. Then there was, I think, 6 nominations total for Dancing with the Stars. One of them was not production design, but I literally was walking out of the theatre, and I got a text from Steve, who I work with, and he texted me saying we haven't been nominated. And now I get to the bottom of the stairs, and I get a text from Kate saying you've been nominated. So I looked at the list, and I was like, what happened? And then that's when I met Anne Mitchell. And so it was like, you know what, it's all good fine, because this has made up for it, as I told her.
But, so was there one moment there where you thought, wait a second, did I miss something and I actually did get nominated?
No, because Steve had told me we hadn't been, and I knew Steve would be looking, because so I knew that we hadn't. But then when Kate sent me the text, I didn't think we had, but I was like, is there a possibility that Steve read the wrong list, or is the more likely option that Kate had?
I was going to say, that was it. If it had been the other way around, if I'd said, oh, babe, you didn't win, and then Steve said you did, you wouldn't have even thought about it for a second. Oh, my God. I was like, oh, no. I think I said it to Russ as well. I think I said to Russ, oh, James, and he's like, where are you looking, babe? I don't think...
Yeah, but Russ, bless it, Russ directed the Dick Van Dyke thing that we were all nominated for. Russ
Yeah.
couldn't even find his own name when he got nominated. So don't when he says where are you looking, he's probably on the last year's list. It was the time I called to congratulate him, and he didn't. He was like, where, what, where?
Didn't even know
So
he
yeah,
not.
yeah, it's not. He's not a reliable source. Bless
But there
him.
was, do you know what? There was some great, great nominations that we've talked about on this show. Widow's Bay. How many did they?
Yeah, they got 19, the third most nominations by program.
Isn't that crazy? That's fantastic. But we
Yeah,
told you, we called it. We said this show
yeah, he
is
did.
So
so
good.
good, so original, and really, really good. And I also
I hope it sweeps.
I hope it sweeps too. And we called out Kate O'Flynn, who I called out
Mhm.
on the episode where she like goes a bit crazy, and she's nominated, which is fantastic. And then another one that we spoke about on this show was Love Story. Do you remember
Right.
when we spoke? We spoke about Love Story on this show, and I spoke about the
Time.
woman who played the mother of
Yeah,
Carolyn
yeah.
Bessette. She was so amazing. She got nominated for those two scenes she had that were so bloody amazing. So that was
Constance
great.
Zimmer.
Constance Zimmer, yeah. So I'm really, really pleased for her. So yeah, there's some good ones up there.
Excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
especially for Widow's
The
Bay.
the Traitors got 6 nominations.
Oh
Traitors
yes.
got nominated in my category. That was
Yeah, because the dancing has been nominated, that Traitors is one of the ones we're against.
right,
Us,
right.
Traitors, RuPaul's Drag Race, Top Chef, and something else. There's 5 of us, I think.
The annoying thing
Let's
is,
see.
I mean,
Yeah, Drag Race, Survivor, Top Chef, and the Traitors.
Survivor, that was
Yeah.
it.
Survivor,
Survivor's
they're
the other
50th. I mean, there are many reasons why I'm annoyed that we didn't get nominated, but one of them is that we don't get to go to the Emmys this year.
one.
We
Well, you
normally do.
don't. I'd have hitched my wagon to you on that one, even though you'd probably go and find someone else. I would still be there going, babe, me. I'll come with you. But you
I
never
mean,
know,
we
babe.
must have been a dozen times.
We have been a dozen times. We have.
Yeah,
But yeah, it would have
always
been
fun.
nice to go again, wouldn't it? It would
Yeah,
have been nice to go.
never mind.
So, talking about the Emmys leads us right into some TV shows. Let's talk about some TV.
Oh, you know what? I'm just going to mention classic TV just
Yeah.
because there was an amazing series called Line of Duty, and it's from the BBC, and I'm just going to read you what they say about it. It's one, just because this is how the BBC describe it. Bent coppers and the detectives sent to stop them. So that's the show. It's been going since 2012. It finished in 2021, and it is absolutely bloody amazing. So anybody who wants to watch it, it's 6 series. Anybody who wants to watch that, please start now, because they've announced that they're filming a new series.
Oh, really?
So after
Yeah.
6 years, they're bringing it back. And so it will come out in early 27, I think. So everybody who hasn't seen it now, I'm giving you like 6 months, watch it. You've got 6 seasons to watch. Brilliant acting, brilliant writing. It is amazing. Yeah, it's a BBC show.
Line of Duty.
Yeah.
Line of
Duty.
Very
Honestly,
good show.
I'm not. It's so good. It's so good. So movies. Have you watched any movies while you're at home there, babe? Have you been watching movies?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Well, we have a movie actually we're seeing tonight. It's a documentary. It's called Last Dive, and it's very much in the vein of, I don't know if you saw this, babe, but did you see the film My Octopus Teacher?
Yeah.
Okay, how good.
Fantastic.
It's so
It's good.
fantastic. So I'm going to give
Cried.
that, yeah, cried. Amazing. So we'll stick that in classic for this week, actually. Let's just stick that in classic, My Octopus Teacher. But this is very similar. It's about a bloke called Terry Kennedy. He was an ex-Hells Angel, right? And he met this manta ray, and they formed a friendship, and then he left. And this documentary is about him returning to, I think it's the island where he met him.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be reunited and find him again there.
He's trying to find Ray.
He's trying to find,
Actually, Willie. He named him.
Oh no,
Willie.
yes, he called him Willie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the manta ray called Willie. So we're really looking forward to that. So we'll tell you about it next week, but everybody should go and see that. And if you want to see something that's I think it's going to be very similar, go and see Multiple's Teacher, which is definitely probably on Netflix or something, which is fantastic. Now, James, you've already spoke about theatre. You spoke about.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What was it called? What was it called, babe?
Care.
Okay.
Care.
So yeah, James went and saw some theatre. We've spoke about this before, called Musique. I think I spoke about them before. They basically take this time it's Joni Mitchell. So it's basically takes you through the whole life of Joni Mitchell, and they just put songs in between the stories and everything. It's amazing. It's really amazing. So if you get a chance to get to the Mark Taper, we'll be seeing it. Yeah. So that's a nice bit of theatre for if you're in LA or you live here.
Okay, so we got a special shout out this week.
Yes, we have. Madonna, we've spoke about this as well before. Her album was coming out, Confessions 2. Well, it came out, and she has become the first American artist, this is from the UK, to get a #1 album over 5 consecutive decades, babe.
The first female. Elvis had done it prior, so she's tied with Elvis now.
That is amazing. I'm so happy for her because
the king and queen of the UK.
Yeah, because all this shit that she's been getting, people have been so bloody mean to her and stuff, and about everything, from ageism to all the way down to talk about a woman in a negative way. That's what she's been getting. So I'm really pleased for it. It's like, see that? Don't go fuck yourselves, everyone. There you go.
While we're on about while we're on about people who've been around for a long time, I guess the Rolling Stones just released a single this week.
Did they? Well, I saw that. Yeah, you know what? I saw.
Oh, Jagger was at the match last night, wasn't he?
Yes, he was there. Jagger was at the match, and he also he put out and he said that he was ready to go on tour again.
He's ready to do it.
We need to go to that. We need to do that.
We will be doing
109, I think he is. So they put a new album, a new single out, and the description I heard was, it sounds like the Rolling Stones, which obviously it is. But it's like classic Rolling Stones, even though it's a brand new. The voices are good, everything about it's good, and it's a new. I don't know what it's called, but
it's called Jealous Lover.
Oh,
it's called Jealous Lover, apparently.
Lover. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've got to find my cards. Hold on. I think they were.
All right.
Okay. So. Ooh!
The Master.
The Master.
The Master.
That's like honestly getting the best card. I think that's getting the best card in the pack.
It looks like an old wizard with an energy ball above his head.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, babe. Well, it's Osho, but yeah, it's exactly that. Look at that.
And what does that mean?
We'll put it up. We'll put it up for everybody so they can see it. But this is, look, total enlightenment. Look at that. Enlightened and enlightened. Total enlightenment.
What do you tell us? What does that?
Yes, I think this.
Does that mean we're going to win the World Cup?
Yes, possibly. I think this, basically.
Yeah, that might be a soccer ball on top of his head.
Football, Mikki.
Oh, look!
Football.
Sorry, a football ball.
That is on top of his head. It's a football.
His head in a ball.
Are we calling it? To be fair, when we our next week's show, it will be over. It's July the 19th. Is the finale? There's the finals. You know, so this is the last show before. I think we're gonna call it. That's
England wins by a Harry Kane header.
There you go, babe. There you go, Ginger Gems. First to tell you, first to show you. I think that's what we're going to say about this card. That's all it's telling us. And what are we? Masterful. The master is telling us masterful. We got the skills. We're going to master this. That's everybody this week. You got your skills. You're the master of your own destination. There you go. And that's especially, and that destination and destiny, babe. Destination, babe. This is an enlightenment card. This is always a journey. Right. Always a journey. But okay, so come on, England.
All right.
Come on, England.
So who's made the gem cuts this week?
Oh, well, I'll tell you who makes the gem cut. England.
Right?
Jude
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham is my number one boy. I will be putting him up again this week for everybody. I know I put him up last week on our Ginger Gems Instagram at 2 Ginger Gems Instagram. I will be putting him up there again with Paul McCartney singing Hey Jude, because I like that a lot. So it's going up again. So I'm going to repeat myself with that. So yes, him definitely. Wes Anderson at the bowl. Yeah, amazing.
The lovely Anne Mitchell, aka Dolly Rawlings.
Yeah, she gets top spot. Queen.
Top spot. The Queen.
Queen Anne. We'll put her up there. Music, always a fantastic evening. Please go, Mark Taper, always, and Joni Mitchell music. I mean, my God, perfect
What do you
pairing.
need?
Humans making friends with nature.
Last dive will go in there. Yeah, for
All right, let us know
Manta
how it
Ray
is.
Willie.
All right.
And My Octopus Teacher, classic movie, done. Beautiful.
Indeed. Now thank everybody and say goodbye.
Thank you everyone for listening. Like and subscribe. Send in your viewers' choices. And
see you next
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye. Come on, England.
Bye from England. Bye from LA.
Come on, England.